This is Paco the Panther, and he's got a problem.
Paco is new to the community, and he doesn't really know anyone.
That is, until he meets a monkey and his bars.
Paco was the first one to discover that when you actually touch the monkey bars, they light up.
Paco's story is part of an elaborate playground designed by freshmen in Marlborough High's STEM program. The program's 52 students were challenged to create a futuristic, accessible play space. To take on that challenge, they were broken into two teams, Team Marlborough and Team Panthers, each with its own playground theme.
Our theme is community pride.
Our theme, which is superheroes in space.
It's the first time since the start of STEM's project-based learning that students were put on teams. Teacher Heather Kahn says the move was a strategic one.
Need to come together as a team, and having that, knowing that you're competing against another group, kind of pushes you to do really the best that you can do.
Students also had to focus on user-centered design, meaning they had to build playgrounds around the needs of people who would use them. And they had some pretty high-maintenance clients.
It was pretty hard because they kept getting off track.
It was actually very funny. They got off topic a lot, which was fun because we do that too.
The high school students consulted with 6-year-olds at Marlborough's Jarwick Elementary School. They got tips on themes and activities that would create an emotional connection between the playgrounds and the first graders.
They really helped us a lot because when we started this, we didn't really know. We weren't thinking how they think. We were just thinking we need to build a playground, we need to get this done, but they really opened our minds up to see what we needed to do to make them happy, not just us.
The student designers faced very real-life challenges as they built their scaled prototypes, like safety regulations and the tricky laws of physics.
Basically, since I am the group's resident stereotypical nerd, I covered all the technical engineering bits, like pet engineering, kids forming an emotional connection to the ride, the design being integrated to the rest of the playground.
We had to research what is the fall height for a trampoline, or what are some rules and regulations in a public place. How are trampolines affect insurance?
Aiden O'Rourke and his team built a trampoline pathway for their playground.
Trampolines themselves aren't really futuristic, but using them in a park is.
So it's like when the kids bounce on it, it's like they're bouncing to space or they're flying like a superhero.
Teachers say one of the intentions of the user-centered design project was to connect students to the broader community through their users.
One of the things that we're really trying to do is think about making an impact on our community and working with them. And that's something I think that has grown through the STEM program as a whole. Paco, if we break up his name, it's Pa, which means father, and Co, community, so it's father of the community.
Most children don't have trampolines at their house. Most children aren't really exposed to trampolines. So we're building this so it can be in a community so that the children could use the trampoline in the community.
In the midst of designing and redesigning their playgrounds,
we had to print 7 of them, and each one took 14 hours.
Students even got to have some fun.
For me, the most fun part was making the trees because I had to make certain, get certain shapes and connect them together to make it look like a tree.
So the first grade collaborators who worked with all these students on the projects haven't seen the final outcomes just yet, but there are rumors that they'll get to see them later on in the school year. There are also rumors that some of these futuristic projects are actually going to be made in the city, so we'll be keeping our eyes on that. For WMCT News, I'm Courtney Petrowski.